this episode of Beer, Blues, and BS, Kidder is still missing in action, so good thing JS is back to keep me company and keep the show rolling. And we have a great question. What's going to happen first? Is Netflix finally going to cooperate, or will Kidder make his return? And I'm just going to give you this hint. Somebody else is going to break down the tavern door. It's a longtime guest who's long time been missing, and great to see them back. And because of that, the show's going to be a little extra long. So you're welcome. That's the great part about being here. Because not only do you get extra content, but you're in a good place. Welcome to the show.
It's Howard Blues and V-Mark Kidder. Pour a cold beverage, pull up a seat, enjoy time with friends.
The Triple B! Well, the Triple B sucks. Okay?
Come on. Whatever, man. This is Beer, Blues, and BS. Online at beerbluesbs.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Beer, Blues, and BS, the podcast that asks the difficult questions like, what's going to happen first? Kidder returning to the show, or Netflix finally working so I can watch the stupid Paul Tyson fight? We'll find out, but this is my luck because I am your host, the living embodiment of Charlie Brown, Howard Blues, and because Kidder's still not here, thankfully, he's not lost. He's still driving, and he's still joining us now live from the Jamestown area. It is the Triple B Armor, JS Gunslinger. JS, how's the road trip going?
It is going wonderful, Howard. I was starting to debate which direction I was going. The fog has lifted, but only about 2 miles ago, I came out of the fog and didn't know if I was coming up at Jamestown or Texas. So, but gladly, we found Jamestown, so I'm still traveling in the right direction.
Well, that's good. I would.
It's a week-long trip, though, for me to get from Bismarck to Jamestown, so we must have got lost somewhere.
Either lost or the road construction has gotten worse, which is weird because this should be the end of road construction season. But
they did come out in Congress and say that UFOs are real now, so it's possible that we got abducted by UFOs. Had some time lapse. We just got spit back out on the road in the same place that we were at.
Yeah. These will be the things that the conspiracy theorists will all be online debating. Triple B, proof that, aliens exist.
That's right.
Yeah. Let's jump in, JS, to everybody's favorite segment. And then I got a good question for you afterwards. Mm-hmm. So it is everybody's favorite segment, What's on Tap? JS, you are still the guest. So have you changed what you're drinking during the whole alien abduction?
I have alternated. I still have the old faithful best coffee in the world, Black Rifle Coffee, sitting next to me. But I also, when we got to Senex in Lincoln there to put fuel on and get propane, I got one of their iced coffees, the Cafe Tango. I got the mocha version, and I fill it about, 90% full. And then I take a little bit of half and half and put just a little bit of half and half in there. And I tell you what, this thing is good. It is pure sugar, but it's really, really good. Nice. The cream kind of mellows it out just a little bit. It's not quite such a sugar rush.
Yeah. I will have to back you. I do like Black Rifle coffee. I enjoy their espresso ones that I can get in the can.
Yeah. You like the dark stuff.
I do. As Kidder would tell you, I like my coffee like I like my soul. Black. So
I just didn't throw something else in there.
Yeah. Well,
I like their espresso. It's really, really good. The problem is I drink so much coffee that when I switch to CAF or the AK espresso, I am literally seeing smells and tasting colors. So I gotta I got to go with something a little bit more mellow because I don't really need to have a heart attack right now.
Yeah, and see, and I've cut way back on my my caffeine consumption. You know, at like this time last year, I was drinking like 2 Monsters like every day, and I decided back in June to just cut caffeine down, and
Right.
I stopped drinking soda. I gave up the Monster, and so I limit myself to really like 1 coffee a day, which is good. It's helped with my sleep and such. Although, you know, with the next kid coming, I might have to pick up that habit again. So
Yeah, I hope that was a deer laying in front of that car. It looked like one, but not quite sure. But turning and there the car stalled on the side of the road with the flashers on, and I should have turned around to help, I guess, but I missed the chance.
yeah.
Really cut back on the energy drinks. I will admit I did have one today. This is the first one in almost a month now, so I've been doing much better. But this afternoon I have been working on my shower all morning. So I think I said this on the show before, but or a couple weeks ago. But we had one of those upright kind of corner mounted steam showers, and we've been having problems with it for the last couple of years. The steam generator got to the point where it would work for like 30 seconds, and then it would trip the breaker, and so we just stopped using the steam part. And then the water just stopped working, and then the shower pan cracked, and then the mixing valve quit. It quit, so you could only use the rainwater shower, and then it just quit altogether. And so I just got fed up. Instead of trying to fix it, I just ripped the whole thing out. So I built us a 6-foot by 4-foot walk-in, full tile, floor-to-ceiling shower. I just did the dry pack floor pan yesterday. Got that in. I got the waterproof membrane and the drain and everything set this morning. I got all the banding on the seams. I shouldn't say all of it. I got a few more seams to do. I ran out of banding material. And then I got to put the seals on the shower heads. But it's 4 foot by 6 foot, full tile, floor to ceiling, 8 foot tall. There's 4 shower heads. There's 2 mixing valves. Like I went so overboard with this thing. It's not even funny. I was going to make it a steam shower, but the steam generator I need for this thing is $2,000, and both the wife and I just decided to back off on that for now. So we're not getting a steam shower.
Future goals, you know.
I can always add it in later. So,
yeah.
Yep.
So,
but yeah, that's been the majority of my project lately. That was like yesterday. That was most of my day. Today, that was most of my day. I've done a lot of tiling. This is the first from scratch shower that I've done from everything. The other couple of them I've done have been like pre-made showers. You know, we tiled the walls, but the floor pan and everything was all one piece. You just drop the floor pan and do the tiling above it. But this one, I decided to do everything from scratch. So hopefully it doesn't leak.
Yeah. Hopefully. So I'm gonna hop in here with what I'm drinking.
I got off topic, but what do you got, Holly?
I have, and I was looking as you're going. This is from Brown Forman Beverages out of Memphis, Tennessee. This is their El Humidor Orange Sunrise. It's made with a real agave nectar, the Orange Sunrise style. It is a premium malt beverage with natural flavors. Produced in Memphis, Tennessee, 5.9% alcohol by volume. This product is a malt beverage and does not contain distilled spirits. So,
Godspeed, Howie. It sounds great and terrible at the same time.
Oh gosh, it has a smell that reminds me of have you ever had like the orange flavored Alka-Seltzer?
Yeah.
That's what this smells like.
Huh.
But that said, it tastes like orange soda with a bit of an alcohol aftertaste.
All right.
So,
as long as it doesn't taste like the orange Alka-Seltzer, that's the main part.
oh man, I don't know about you, but Alka-Seltzer is one of those things that like it works, but man, you just bottoms up that thing as quick as you can. You don't want to savor that stuff.
Right. My dad swears by Alka-Seltzer. Every time I tell him I even have a snivel. Nope. You better go grab some Alka-Seltzer. Like, I don't want to. I don't. And I don't mind the taste of it. I don't know. But yeah, he swears by this stuff.
Yeah. So JS, you mentioned the person who looked like they hit a deer, and we know you're going deer hunting, and I'll ask you a bit about deer hunting in a bit. But I have a deer story, two of them actually, that I think you'll enjoy. When I worked at Fort Yates, I was a teacher down there, and so I commuted from Bismarck down to Fort Yates every day and back. It's about an hour drive for those who aren't familiar with North Dakota geography. And I was the young guy in our carpool. I carpooled with the art teacher, the shop teacher, and the assistant principal. So it's kind of an interesting group. And as the young guy, they always let me sit up front because I had the best eyes out of everybody. And we're driving, and the art teacher, his name is Tabor. Tabor's driving along, and it's early morning, and we're just coming past Fort Abraham Lincoln State Park, kind of on our way down, and we're on our way down, and a deer runs out, and Tabor sees it right away. So he's slams on the brakes, comes to a stop. The deer just hops.
He's alive!
Yeah, he is alive. I'll finish the story, and then we'll kick it over to him because he's putting in his ears right now. But so Tabor stops because of this deer hopping across the road, and Tabor lets out this big sigh of relief. Whew. And he slowly lets off the gas and starts to slide forward. And I immediately go, watch out for his little buddy. And this little fawn jumps like out, and we hit it at like half a mile per hour. This thing just rolls over, gets up, runs off. And Tabor starts in, and he's like, I can't believe I hit a deer. It's like, it's been 8 years, and I have, since I hit a last year. I can't believe I hit a deer. And I'm like, Tabor, it's okay. You knocked it over. It's okay. You got up and ran off. But Tabor's the kind of guy that would hold on to things. And so I ran into him at lunchtime. I'm like, how you doing, Tabor? He's like, I still can't believe I hit a deer. He's like, it has just thrown off my whole day. I can't believe I hit a deer. I'm like, Tabor, you hit this thing at like half a mile per hour. You knocked it over. It rolled over, got up. At worst, all you were guilty of is bullying a deer. But you took it hard. And Speaking of taking it hard, ladies and gentlemen, making his return to the podcast. That's right. He's here. He's alive. He's muted because I did that for him. But ladies and gentlemen, it is my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, the Mark Kidder. Kidder, what you drinking tonight?
I wouldn't say that I'm taking it hard. I think that life is trying to give it to me hard, and other people are making it more difficult for no reason.
That's why I asked what you were drinking tonight and said how you were doing.
Right now, it's the rest now melted of a big boy frozen Coke.
Nice. Oh, Kidder.
Right now, because I don't know if I will have to go to work again.
Yeah, that's right. If it makes you feel better, you won. Because Kidder, shortly after you left and JS got on, my internet went kaput, or at least Netflix did. And so instead of getting to watch the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight, Netflix has been loading. It gets to the same spot to the fight right before them, and then it just sits and spins. So I introduced this episode with what will happen first. Howard gets to see the fight, or Kidder makes his return. And Kidder made his return.
Great.
And now he's showing off the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight on the stream.
Loading. Right here. I got telestrator function on this. Look at this. You got the load here. You got the address up here. Clearly not going to work. Clearly not happening. Mike Tyson putting the 1-2 over here, and this clearly not happening, and changing this to not flicks. Howard, back to you.
Yeah, that was some excellent telestration. Excellent.
Thanks.
I'm glad you're back. We were talking.
You've got the gift, Kidder. You've got the gift.
I don't know about that. I don't know what gift, but thank you.
Yeah. We were just talking car sitting deer stories.
Yeah.
My brother's got a pretty good story. He's worked construction for many years. They were down in Omaha, Nebraska, and the whole interstate had come to a standstill because somebody had hit a deer. And my brother and the other guy he was with, sat there for a little bit. They were in a work truck, so they were a little ways. They could kind of see what was going on. So they jump out. They go walking up. There's two guys from Omaha that were clearly city people that are trying to push this deer off the road with hockey sticks. And the deer is still alive. It's got two broken legs. Deer's messed up, but it's still alive. And these two guys are trying to push this thing out the road with hockey sticks. It is not working. So, my brother being a fairly avid hunter, and we grew up deer hunting. It's like, okay, well, we gotta do something about this deer because it's not going to get any better. Well, neither one of them had a pocket knife with them. Everybody would offer up a thing to dispatch the deer, so I had to get creative. One of them found a screwdriver and one of them found a hammer. And yeah, by the time they got done, they were pretty covered. They're mostly wet. They get back to the hotel room. We make it 2 steps inside the hotel lobby, and there's 2 Omaha police officers standing in the entryway of the hotel they were staying at, talking to the desk clerk for the night. The officers have been stopping periodically and just talk to the clerk and just see how things are going, make sure nothing was going down. And then we walk in covered in blood at 11 o'clock at night. Both cops stop, look at him, and kind of, do the whole like investigatory turn and start sizing the brother and his coworker up, and they're like, "It was a deer. We it was a deer. We promised." And like it was just a deer. Yeah, they did not go to jail that night, but
That is a pretty good one. Hey, since I have both of you on, and I'm still for the audio listeners, I mentioned the fact that I still can't watch the fight, and Kidder immediately pulled it up on his phone, to which I had to show him. Mine's still spinning. I'm just not going to win this. But the two of you have quite a bit of experience and knowledge of law enforcement. Kidder, I know you watch Cops forever. I was listening to the radio today on my drive home on a news, just listening to the news, and they were talking about a police chase. And the guy reading the news story described the ending of the chase. And I have to ask you guys this, okay? So here it is. Is it a pit maneuver or is it a PIT maneuver? Because the guy on the guy on the radio called it a PIT maneuver. I had to actually think about it. Like, what? And then I pit.
Technically, they're both right because it's a pursuit intervention technique. Pit. But everybody just says it's a pit. Gonna go pit that car. Some people call it what is it? TDI? I don't know. There's a few different
there's
acronyms.
There's a few different abbreviations for it. Pit maneuver is the most common, or car ramrod, one or the other.
Yeah, I knew PIT was an acronym, but there are just some acronyms that everybody says it one way, and then there's acronyms that we spell out like FBI. So it was the first time I'd ever heard of a PIT maneuver being referred to as a PIT maneuver, and I'm like, wait, what?
No, technically, if you write it down, it should be capital P period, capital I period, capital T period, and some of the newscasters will read literally everything that is on the teleprompter.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This guy is not the the best, and unfortunately, the normal sports radio that I would listen to was covering the championship football games that were going on, and so I was like, "Well, I'll listen to the news," and it was like, it's a little rough.
Howard, I can't be on every channel all the time. I apologize.
Yeah, I was
now. Mark Kidder brings Howard Blues the news.
I should have switched over to the ride home with Kidder. I really should have. But
yeah,
if it makes you feel better, Kidder, my son and I were driving home one day from school, and he wanted to listen to music. I didn't have my iPod plugged in, so I did flip it over. It took me a little bit to find the walleye because I couldn't remember the call sign. I'm sorry. I'm just laying you down on all points. But we found it. We found it, and we listened, and he was a little surprised and didn't know what to think about the fact that Uncle Mark was on the radio. So there's that.
Howie, I'm disappointed. You don't have the Kidder show on speed dial on your radio.
Okay. No, because here's the thing. I and only I drive my car 99.999% of the time. So way back when Kidder rejoined terrestrial radio and got on the walleye, because I normally listen to AM radio, I flipped it over to FM. I tuned it to the walleye, and I didn't set it because I'm the only person who drives it. So it's now just set. When I hit FM, it immediately goes to the walleye, and I could hear Kidder. My wife drove my car once in between that, and she switched it over to some country station.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah. And so I was like, well, yeah. So that's, yeah. And of course, I did the Ron Popeil. I said it and I forget it. That was how it was. So, yes, I did find it though.
Is a Ronco rotisserie oven.
It kind of is.
He might still have some of that hair magic left for you, Kidder.
There's not enough magic in one can.
Yeah. So, Kidder,
Yeah.
you weren't on last week's show, but JS and I did talk about the Dropkick Murphys concert. I see you're rocking the shirt. I know you were at the concert. Do you want to give us your thoughts, your feelings on the show, the bands, all of that?
Well, first time seeing all three of those bands, surprisingly enough. And I was telling JS at the show, since we were there together, that this was the first time in a long time that I had been to a show where I had never seen all of the acts. Because for a long time, it's been a show where I've seen one or two or all of the bands playing. So I was excited, to say the least. So right away, The Stroke, the opening band, they rock. Got an autographed hat.
Scratch.
Yeah, the Scratch, not the Stroke. I'm sure they could stroke too, because they were scratching and stroking, and yeah, it's been a long couple of weeks. But I got their autograph on the hat. I got a t-shirt and their album. So I got the album signed as well over there. First time seeing Pennywise. It's definitely a punk band. Now I can say that I've seen them.
Yeah.
And then the Murphys. Man, it's just a banger. I think the lead singer put on about 32 miles during the show because he was moving and grooving.
He was all over the place.
He's over there. Then he's over here. Now he's back there. Now he's up here. Now he's back there. Now he's back over here. Now he's rounding the corner. Now he's over there. He's all over the place. And so it was very good. Very happy that I finally got to see him. Very excited. Sad that it's over, but got to hear my favorite songs from the Murphys. So yes,
yeah. Good. Glad to hear that you enjoyed the show. So let's good times. Hey, Kidder, I saw something that I thought was kind of funny in a very interesting way. I know you don't tend to watch or follow Saturday Night Live at all. Yeah. But last week, comedian Bill Burr was the host, and they did Saturday Night Live. They do some fake ads and such. They did one for Buffalo Wild Wings, where Bill Burr was bringing back a character he's done on the show before, which is kind of this angry Boston sports fan. And so it's kind of, this very cheesy Buffalo Wild Wings commercial about how it's the place for football. And, everybody's kind of doing like all of the very stereotypical, like, it's a great place to eat wings and watch sports, sort of stuff. And then it's him, like swearing and cursing and being kind of this hooligan of a sports fan. Here's the interesting thing about it, Kidder. And the only reason I bring it up is this. In this skit, Bill Burr is wearing a cast on his hand. And on that cast is the logo for a hockey team. Now, you would think he's being the Boston sports fan. It should be what team?
The White Sox.
You know, as
Yes.
as crazy as the White Sox were at baseball, they should try a new sport this year. Anyway, it should be the Boston Bruins, right?
Yes.
That would be the thing, right? It wasn't. It wasn't. Kidder, it was the Nordiques.
All right.
And not just the Nordiques. It was the Colorado Avalanche color scheme Nordiques logo. So, I think that's just a sheer sign that Bill Burr understands and knows. The Avs were better than the Boston Bruins.
Absolutely. Clearly.
So, I thought I'd share. It's the only reason I brought it up, because I thought it was slightly humorous. So Kidder, JS and I, we did a lot of chatting last week, and now you're here. Anything you want to share? How the week's going? How you doing? Big changes in life?
It's another week, and I'm, I guess, alive. If this was what you call alive.
Yeah.
I need more hours in the day.
Yeah.
More money in the bank.
Yeah, that's it.
More beer in the fridge.
I could offer you a thing in a box.
I don't think I want that.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I think maybe that's not the right place. Never mind. Wrong place. That was a school. Nope, that was a school. Never mind. Go ahead, Kidder. I got confused of where I am. All I can see.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a little bright for Oscar Zero. We haven't fixed the outside lights yet, so.
I was gonna say, what famous landmark am I driving by? That was just a school.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can name others. You drove past the 1883 Stutzman County Courthouse.
I did. Well, actually, not yet. I have not. Oh yeah, Stutzman, the one in Jamestown, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Great place.
The one in Cooperstown is quite old too, but I'm not there yet. So.
Yeah. So. Nah.
All right, Karen, take it away. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
He was so excited he forgot who he interrupted.
That was about it.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm just trying not to be angry, especially because I don't know if I should actually drink anything or not. Because I need to drink. I want to drink right now.
I mean, yeah, sound like a guy who needs a drink, Kidder. I'm not gonna lie, but I understand the being responsible part, and not giving into the temptation to drink. You're currently a better man than I.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna try a little Waiakia.
I think the only alcoholic in this show right now is you, Howie.
I know this is a rare episode where Howard drinks alone. That's
5 out of 5. By the way,
and I was so excited about the Paul fight. I even pre-gamed a peach finish long drink before. I was sitting down here watching the fights. Stupid Netflix.
You're gonna have to crawl your way back up the stairs now. If you've had 3 of them.
I mean, I should be able to make it up the stairs. That's I got that covered. The bigger problem is, we're coming up on midnight, and I got kids who like to get up early for some reason. So, Kidder, I got something in this box, and you'll either be happy or disappointed in me. I don't know which.
probably the second, depending on how the rest of my night's gone.
Well, I mean, I think it's exciting, but we also talked about this on a show in the past, and I'm pretty sure when I told you about it, you kind of said that you wouldn't have spent what I we done this, but Kidder.
Howdy. This is a family-friendly show. If it's got tentacles, please put it away.
Especially since it's coming out of the box.
I mean,
Hello.
there is a box of miniatures behind me. I'm pretty sure there are tentacles in it. But that's for a later show. For JS, who's driving and probably can't see, that's right. I did break down and I picked up from Manta Games Halo Flashpoint.
Look at you.
Yeah. Let me. Gosh, am I going to try this with a big box? Sure. Why not? Do the little flip, and there's the back, so you can see. Comes with some miniatures, some terrain, some mats, tokens, cards, everything to play. The only sad thing is I did not get in early enough to on the pre-order to secure the Master Chief miniature, which means for right now there will be no Master Chef conversion. I'm sorry, Kidder. I feel like I'm letting you down this episode. So
it can't be Halo without the Master Chef.
I know. So well, we'll just eat that over there, and get to do with the show.
But you can get a Swedish Chef miniature and put in a Swedish Chef and take its place. That would be acceptable.
Well, yes.
I heard about it.
We've made this joke before, guys. In fact, it was even in our short content. Okay. Although, thank you for bringing it up so that I can, reference it again and hopefully get some views on that.
I mean, I'm just saying, like a little Swedish Chef miniature with like a cleaver in one hand and, maybe like another 16 in the other. I mean, that'd be perfect. Or the cleaver and, the best weapon in the game, the pistol. I mean, I think that'd be fitting.
I do miss the sniper pistol from the first.
It was the best weapon in the entire game.
Yep.
We just never got ammo for it.
Yeah. I loved it. It was perfectly powered. It wasn't overpowered. It was perfectly powered.
Yes.
I mean, it's a Swedish chef with the scared pig.
Ah, no, that pig is happy.
Is he cleaving a pig in half?
I mean, not yet, but the night is still young.
Why did this just get dark?
What do you mean just got dark? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, that's very true.
You came in and we were talking stories about people hitting deer with cars.
I mean, I saw one this morning, but I honked at it, and then it actually went the other way.
Yeah, that usually works.
I'm in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, yes, but your view's kind of been the same for a while, so I
want to see just how dark it is out here for our listening audience or our viewing audience. Check this out.
For the listening audience,
Absolutely.
look at how dark it is.
It is pitch black, but the 15 years of night shift have conditioned me to be able to do this.
Yeah. It might also help for people. Just remember, the night we're recording it is the last super moon of the year. So nice big full super moon. There you go.
The beaver moon, right?
And it's still dark as hell.
Yeah. I know though.
Honestly, if there wasn't so many deer, driving like that is actually really, really cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit a deer. So.
Yeah. We were talking about hitting deer and Fort Yates. When I was down there, our gym teacher, he had a van and he only drove the van down there. He hit the river. He hit so many deer with that damn thing. And every time he would go out and buy one of those stickers for the car, where it's like the silhouette of a deer. And he would buy one and he would stick it to the side like it was a fighter plane. So you could see his kill count.
Yes.
And he drove that van until like the last time he hit a deer. I mean, this is how frequent it is. Like, this was almost a weekly thing with him hitting a deer on the way down. He hit so many that eventually the junkyard told him, like, we can't find parts for this van anymore. You know, you hit another deer, it's done. So there's that. I was gonna say I now kind of want to get to, like, the newest edition of like Premiere, because it has all these like AI generative capabilities, and I want to see if like it could generate like something for like JS to be driving through. You know, cut out all the black, which would be kind of easy, and just like have him, like, I don't know, driving down like something more interesting.
You mean like this?
Well, no, like I think I could tell, like, you know, like you could put in there like driving shot through Las Vegas Strip, and it should like have like the buildings and such going through, and we can make it look like you're driving through the Las Vegas Strip.
There we go.
You know,
I could probably send you a couple shots of the van, and you know, I mean, you can try and describe this van and see what the AI comes up with. You know, we saw how well it went with the Dropkick.
You know, that's the thing with AI. You never know what you're going to get with it, and sometimes it is just ridiculous. I struggled this last set of thumbnails trying to get something decent to work with. So it was, I had prompts that was like, this should be easy for it to come up with something, but like the stuff it was giving me was just ridiculous. So I'll maybe put some things up. But looks like you're driving through a little town there, JS.
I am driving through a small town. Can you read the sign? And I hit the light pole.
No. No.
See the ground.
Hannaford that I'm driving through.
Hmm.
Now it's a little bit more straight now. Well, it was. In the front filter, because then all you see is a black screen because it covers the.
Hey, Kidder. I feel the need to just tell you, this episode should be episode 190. We are 10 episodes away from hitting the milestone episode 200. So we maybe need to start figuring out what episode 200 is going to look like.
Well, I
Probably.
Judging by the number of how we're doing these shows, there might be another show on the road. I might be on my way to California.
That would be that'd be interesting. The Triple B live from California.
I thought it would just be dark.
Pasadena, California is the first show of the year, so that's the week of February, I think.
February will be here before you know it. That's the thing. Time is flying by, good sirs. Time is flying by. And Kidder has made a couple of comments about not enough time in the day, and I would agree with that. I don't know where time is going. It is
Down the drain.
Geez. I have so much stuff I want to do and just not enough time to do it. It's
Well, you know, if we just stuck with the real calendar, the 13 or 14 month calendar where every month has 28 days like it's supposed to, we would all have more time. But you know, since they changed the calendar, all a conspiracy, all a cover up the government.
you're cutting in and out there, JS.
That's why it's a conspiracy. They're already trying to censor him.
Yeah,
He can't even get his message out.
Yeah.
Illuminati,
Hashtag free JS.
the Illuminati created the 12-month calendar when it should be a 13-month every month should have 28 days. It would equal out perfectly. But they did this to us just to mess with our cycle.
Yeah. Peter, I was going to share. We talked actually last week a lot about the Tyson Paul fight, at least what I got to see of it before.
Waste of time.
Here's the best part. I wanted to share this with you because I think you'd appreciate it. They clearly took a lot of inspiration from the WWE with it, because they had like the Royal Rumble-esque ramp down to the ring. It had a lot of like WWE feel, like, to the presentation, the big video packages and all of that. But the best damn part, and I think the only reason why you might have been interested to watch the damn thing, on commentary, none other than Mauro Ranallo. And he was in fine form. I already told JS this, but my favorite line, I had to write it down. In the second fight, one of the boxer's nose starts bleeding. One of the other commentators brings it out. It's like, oh, Barrio's nose is starting to bleed. And Ranallo jumps in immediately and just goes, it's leaking like a government document. Cracks up the other panel. He's like, I'm glad you guys thought that was funny. So
thank you, Mauro. Man, we do miss you.
It was just great to listen to him and the energy he brings to it, you know?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to share. Yeah, that was like the best part was that you had Mauro Ranallo in commentary.
I saw he was there, but I did not get to actually see any of it.
And the door got kicked down just to get put back up again. And then kicked down again.
It is broken.
What's up, guys?
There he is.
Oh, hey, what's up, guys? I'm sorry.
He's broken.
It's all right. We were just commenting because you joined and then you left and then you rejoined. And for the audio listeners, if you're wondering who just kicked down the tavern door, it is the Midnight Rocker joining us kind of here towards the end of the show, but always good to have him on the show. So
Thank you, guys.
How's it going tonight?
It's going pretty good. I was just streaming on my other channel and watching the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight.
Don't spoil it. Netflix locked up on us. We haven't seen it yet. Yeah. I have been battling Netflix all night.
Same. It was just constant battle. It would get to like 25% and then it would just
sit and spin.
Yeah, same too.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So we haven't seen it. I got as far as the women's match that was right before it, and then that's where it would freeze up for me, and I haven't been able to get any further. So
I won't give the spoilers away.
That's good. I mean, it probably will be tomorrow night, and I'll probably see it before then, but I would like to watch it and see what happens. So I'm curious. I want to know what happens. You know,
at least a good fight.
I don't know if Tate heard you, but JS asked, was it at least a good fight?
No, it's pretty boring, honestly.
Man,
that's
well.
Yeah, I don't want to give too many spoilers, but it was kind of like just a lot of hugging.
That happens a lot in the heavyweight category. It's a strategy. You tie them up so that they can't punch you, but it's boring as hell to watch when they do that. So we'll have to see. But otherwise, how are things? It's been a while since we've seen you. So
yeah, I've been actually at nighttime. I've been putting it on your guys' channel on my Roku and just like going through the whole list one by one. You know, just trying to catch up on everything, the ones that I missed, but otherwise things are good. And just kind of plugging away here in the cities and doing my jam and kind of hibernating now since it's a little cold out, you know. Colder, I should say, but
yeah, that's it. I'm just glad we haven't gotten like snow yet. That can hold off for a little bit.
Yeah, I can deal with the 40, 50 degrees. That's totally fine with me for October, November. Like, I'm cool with that, you know?
I was up at one of my sites that's over in the northwest part of the state, and they had snow.
Oh, no.
I'm not ready for this. It was a light dusting and it melted, but I wasn't ready.
How are you guys been? Anyways?
I just laugh because could be worse. Could be a lot better.
True.
I'm just glad to be here.
Am I glad to be here?
You're here.
I'm glad you guys are here.
Oh man, thanks. A couple weeks ago, Midnight Rocker had sent me a message, or maybe that was last week already. I don't know. Time is just a construct of our imagination. But really, you had some stuff going on that you told me about, and that's really not only you being here just because you should be here, but you also wanted to share some exciting happenings down in the MSP, as it were.
Oh, talk about the wrestling, right?
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I didn't get to go.
Oh no.
Yeah, unfortunately, there was other things that came up. I was going to go and ready to do it, and then something came up and I couldn't go. But and even like Sting pulled out also. Like Sting was supposed to be there, he pulled out last minute, and that's kind of one of the reasons I was gonna like looking forward to it for him. And there was another guy, I don't remember who he was, and they pulled out also. So there was only one other guy, but I wasn't familiar with him that was actually showed up from the wrestling entertainment system of it. So it's kind of a bummer, but yeah, I unfortunately didn't get to go. So
Well, we didn't either, so I don't feel bad.
yeah, but supposedly they booked Sting again for next year. That something with this whole flight pattern didn't work. Like he canceled like within less than 24 hours. It was like 12 hours, and he's like, "Oh, I can't be there." So I don't know what happened, but
Illuminati.
so yeah, that too, something like that. I'm pretty bummed out, but there's always next year.
It must have.
So what else have you been able to see? What else have you attended? Anything exciting?
I haven't done much since August. I've been just kind of hunkering down because that's usually I'll go, real full speed from like May till August, kind of like May, June, July, August, and then I'll kind of slow down. It gets kind of to that point where things, just been to a couple of different little restaurants. Nothing too exciting for. I was at went to like gaming convention. That was pretty good, and it's getting bigger and bigger to that point. That's in Bloomington, so that was a lot of fun. And they moved to a new site, and there was like 20,000 people that attended in those 3 days, which was really great to see. But otherwise, I've been just kind of doing things under the,
Under the radar.
under the radar. Yeah, it's kind of my time to hang.
Pretend you're Mr. Freeze and chill.
Yeah, kind of. Pretty much. I just sit and listen to your guys' podcast while I'm like trying to do like all my other stuff.
Well, you do it more than others, so thank you. Appreciate that.
No problem.
What kind of favorite restaurants have you been to recently? Like both ones that you love going to, that you've been to a lot, but then also maybe new restaurants.
Oh my God. What was that one? I have to ask Ash. What was that pizza one we went to? She's off screen. I have to ask her. What was it called?
I think it's the Italian pie shop.
Italian Pie Shop. There was this really cool place in
I'm finding it now.
St. Paul,
It's not St. Paul.
West St. Paul.
No.
Egan. I'm sorry. Well, south of the cities. Anyways, it has like a super cool decor of like 19, kind of the prohibition type of theme of it and stuff like that.
It is actually St. Paul.
Yeah.
The
Anyways,
Italian pie shop.
and like their pizza is like legit deep dish. Like if you're into deep dish, old school type of pizzazz like that, it was super amazing. Just the decor, the people, the service was all incredible.
My hairstylist.
Yeah, she's a hairstylist, I guess. The waitress, also.
So good pizza.
But other than that, there's one of my favorite like ramen places closed. I'm kind of sad about that. But there's a lot of new places in the Mall of America going up. A lot of different restaurants, which is going to be interesting to see. They're kind of revolving. Some have gone out, some are coming in. They're trying to bring in, more new hipper places, I guess, and stuff.
Is Hooters still there?
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
Yep, top floor.
It's good that they
Yeah,
have
have you
gone
ever-
tits up.
Yep, and there's a place right across from there called Fair to Five. I don't know if you guys have been there, but that's a really neat place. It's like right across from Hooters. It's called Fair to Five, and it looks like you're at a state fair kind of. And they have like all kinds of state fair foods and beers and tons of games inside. They have go-karts even in there too. Also, like tons of different stuff to do, kind of like a state fair. But it's a fantastic place though, up on the top floor. I recommend that place.
It's good to be on top.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure.
It's been a minute since I've been down that way, so because
Was it
I guess
the last time I saw you?
stopped a couple years, yeah.
Is that when we ate at in the hotel at
Outback, right?
yeah, right? Okay, yeah, I remember that. Yep.
I think that was 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was, yep. And then I took you to I think we went to Cowboy Jack's after that for a little bit.
Yep. And you were just there this week, weren't you? Or was that last week already?
Oh yeah, I was there the other day. Yep.
Had a
Yep,
burger.
was the other day.
See?
With,
I see it. I see it. You
Yeah,
having a
yep,
burger?
yep. I had a it's so hard to find like sloppy Joe type of meals around here. And like that's like one of the only places like that had it. So I was like super happy. So otherwise it's like you really, really gotta look.
Well, we've had a few openings and a few closures around town here as well. Probably because they're doing their budgeting books, like Howard is throwing out pieces of paper.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. He gets all tipsy over there and he starts throwing stuff around like he owns the place.
I mean, I am in my house, so I do own this place.
Fair enough.
just saying.
Hey Howie,
Yeah.
we haven't gotten Midnight Rocker in on everyone's favorite segment of the show.
That is true. We have not asked him what he has on tap tonight. I did see him drinking.
So what I'm having tonight is Stella's, but it's the Stella's European cider. If I can get the camera the right way. So most people are like Stella's, but it is with the European cider twist is what I'm having. Very good. It's kind of apple-y, but not so crisp. Like if you ever had like an Angry Orchard, it's not that crisp, but a lot lighter. It's a lot better, I think. Kind of one of my faves I've been kind of going to.
Nice.
And it's 4%, I believe.
Well, I got a teaser for the next episode in case it actually happens and in case JS is able to join. So there's an asterisk on there because JS has to be there as well. And that is for... Again, this is just a teaser. Just a teaser. That's all I'm going to show.
Real.
Yes.
All I'm going to show.
I'm,
Teaser.
I'm very excited. And if you couldn't tell, my headset went dead, so now I just have to yell.
That's normal.
Good thing we have like 30 seconds left in the show. So,
Well,
yeah.
In that case, I have also cracked open a new beverage. I have downed all of the caffeine that I brought with me. So I can't read it because I'm driving in the dark in here, but it is a blackberry Canada Dry ginger ale that comes in their holiday pack. This is probably by far my favorite ginger ale I've ever had. I really like the cranberry. I'm a ginger ale fan. This thing is awesome. Like 4.2, 4.4 maybe? Good. This is if you like ginger ale, you'll like this.
It is the best, I think, out of that pack. Compared to the cranberry and the... Oh, it's just the cranberry, the blackberry, and the regular, right?
Have you guys seen those the advertisement for that 7-Up? They make a bottle of 7-Up with the Shirley Temple flavor.
I've seen the ads, but I haven't found it in the wild yet.
So I found it and I bought a bottle, and then I bought a bottle of grenadine, to add a little bit of cherry flavor. Not quite like the original Shirley Temple you get like at a wedding or a bar. A lot more fizzy, but not too bad. Not too bad. I recommend it just to try it once,
I don't know how much different it is, but they had a cranberry 7-Up last year.
I'm just laughing at Howard. He doesn't give a what.
But the box is over there. I'm just, how it
Fair
goes.
enough. Okay. All right.
Sad thing is I'm missing most of these, but I'm not looking.
Yeah.
There you go, Howard.
Toby.
That's the right one.
Hey, there it is. Don't crash the gate, please. That was an expensive thing.
I
He
I
could
saw
in
what
the
you
van.
have. I saw what you have in the armory there. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. We're getting closer to the helicopter. I can say that much. So,
3 years in the making.
jeez. That's a story for another day, though. That's a debacle. So,
Just learned because old Midnight Rocker briefly talked wrestling, and I learned this. Maybe you are a Cobra Kai fan, but AEW's Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, is actually in the new season of Cobra Kai. The rumors are true.
They
You're into Cobra Kai or
both of the guys were actually they showed them on the fight tonight. Both of the actors.
I did see that part.
Finally.
there's all kinds of stuff happening. This thing's off the rails.
It is off the rails, and unfortunately, Kidder, we're also out of time because we've been talking for quite a while, and it's time we wrap this show up so that Howard can go to bed because I got little kids who are going to wake me up in the morning. So, with that, good sir, to wrap this show up, we need some cheap plugs.
Okay. Well, first of all, our website, beerbluesbs.com. Again, beerbluesbs.com. Whether you're traveling down the road or just getting around a table to have a couple beverages, beerbluesbs.com. the place to be. It's got our links to our Facebook page, our Instagram page, and our store. We'd love for you to stop by our store and help us because, well, we need the money. Aside from needing the money, you can get some very cool pint glasses. Like I'll have a water with some hops and grain. You can get a pint glass there. Maybe just the traditional triple B pint glass. You got that. We got signs and stickers and shirts, all kinds of stuff for you to peruse at beerbluesbs.com. Click on store, and that'll take you to the Streamlabs store. New and improved. It's there. It's here. It's everywhere. We'd love for you to help us stay afloat. If you don't want to purchase something, you can also donate to us. It goes directly to us, streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs. And that $1 a month can help feed a starving podcast host. Maybe. I mean, ramen is going up in price these days. So maybe you could help feed us at least one meal a month with little as $1. Maybe. Again, streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs for that. Or our website, beerbluesbs.com, and then click on the merch text top. As I mentioned before, we're on Facebook. Please like us, like our page, share our posts, help us reach the cool people out there. Also, we're on Instagram. You can hashtag BeerBluesBS and get on to Insta, see what we have going on there. Other than that, how about this? Audio versions of the podcast run every platform out there, like Spotify, Pandora, Stitcher, TuneIn, IMDb, Howard's Box in the Corner. We're also available on iHeartRadio, Amazon Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Podcasts. So if there's an audio platform that's out there, search Beer Blues and BS. Please like it. Doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. It's free. Get on there. Share it. We'd love it. Also, if you want to watch the shenanigans go down right in front of your eyes, the video versions are available on YouTube. Anywhere, anytime. YouTube, just search for Beer Blues and BS, or just go to youtube.com/users/beerbluesbs. And please smash that sub button. Click the thumbs up. Help us reach those kids and everybody else, because we need help. All right, this time of the show for the final thoughts, and we'll bring her around with Midnight Rocker, because he was the last one to join. So, final thoughts for the show.
You're gonna put me on the spot, huh?
Yeah, he's like, I've never done this before, so great.
Thoughts of the night. Oh boy, where do I start? Be kind, rewind. It's always much appreciated, you guys giving me to come on here and yap for a little bit and embarrass myself. So much appreciated to you guys.
Okay. Ah, man, must be watching the fight over there or something. There's some crazy action happening.
Oh, Ash is playing Assassin's Creed right now in the background.
Oh. Is it the new one, the old one?
Which one are you playing?
The Roman one.
The Roman one.
Odyssey.
Odyssey.
Okay.
I think it's called Odyssey.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll go with it.
She's been making faces at me while I'm sitting here trying to make me laugh.
Yeah. Classic.
Climbing up statues and hanging from things, parts of the statue. Because it's funny.
Yeah, I get it. I'm so out of the gaming thing. Last one of the Assassin's Creed I played was the Black Flag, and I haven't played in such a long time that I'm letting my subscription expire because I don't want to pay another $80.
The new COD though, right? You playing COD? No. You're Battlefield.
He's a Battlefield nerd.
I mean, truthfully, I loved the Modern Warfare games, but the last one I purchased was Modern Warfare, and then I had Battlefield 2042. I have a love-hate relationship with that game.
Yeah,
I want to
I
love
feel the
it,
same way.
but I hate it.
Same.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Very good. Glad you guys are having some fun over there. JS, driving down the road, you might as well get some thoughts in. That's a good thought. All right. He's in no man's land. He tried to say something and it just took him out.
Yeah.
I'm literally in the.
He's looking like
I'm in the outskirts
looking like the
of nowhere
Netflix stream.
right now, so I have no service. I'm surprised this video is even still working. But if you can hear anything I'm saying, if you're going to buy a van, make sure it's a tactical van. So then you won't impress the other moms at the soccer meet, but you'll sure impress the other dads.
As somebody who might need a van here in the future, I'm going to have to start talking to JS.
I have gotten all kinds of compliments and conversation starters on this van driving across the U.S. with this thing.
It's good to know. I might have to invest in a tactical van myself.
With the way you're going, Howie, you're going to need a minivan.
I know.
I think the new Hondas come with a built-in vacuum in them. They actually look pretty cool.
So you're saying they're a car that literally sucks?
Yes, they are.
Dinner, we've been hanging out too long. We both went for the same joke.
Yes. Yeah. That's how it goes. Yes. Howie Blues.
Yeah.
Got some thoughts.
Well, I got one. A very simple one as I try to do this here quick. I was looking forward to tonight, not just because I thought, hey, the Logan Paul Tyson fight would provide us with some entertainment. It kind of did. But I was hoping that, Kidder, you would have been around for the whole evening because we had JS on, and if you would have been here, it would have meant that not only could I have probably maybe drank more, but I've been playing with glue here since you and Tate have gotten here. And we had an excellent opportunity for me to glue my fingers to something, and we missed it. I have so far not done that. So a great loss. Hopefully JS will be back with us next week, and he has a chance of enjoying my pain as I assemble this box of miniatures. So next time.
Okay. Well, I guess that's about that. JS is going between Netflix and a statue. So for Midnight Rocker 101, thanks for joining us. For JS Gunslinger and for Howie Blues, I'm Mark Kidder. Thanks for joining us for this and every episode of Beer, Blues, and BS. There's free beer tomorrow. Remember to keep the glass at least half full, and we will catch you. Have a good one. See you on the next episode of Beer, Blues, and BS.
You have been listening to a UA production of Beer, Blues, and BS. If you enjoyed the show, help others find out about it by rating the show or leaving a review at your podcast listening service of choice. Thanks for listening, and may your glass never be empty. UA Productions presents A Glimpse Behind the Curtain.
All right. That's one show down.
That was a fine ending, Howie. You did good.
I tried.
Kidder would be proud.
He'd be proud. There may be some critique and comments about something I forgot, but that's
I haven't seen a text message from him come across the screen yet, so
I mean he's been gone for a while now, so I'm hoping he's All right. This is like the world's greatest printer problem.
It
That's called-
does happen.
So, all right. Well, we might as well get show 2 underway.
I was starting to get worried. I thought I missed my exit because I couldn't see the road signs with that fog, but I think this is Jamestown.
We'll find out.
Yeah, it's either Jamestown or Valley City. Either one I can make work, but
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
We'll
this
just.
is Jamestown. We're good.
All right. Good. JS is not lost. Not that you would be lost, but you at least know where you're.
Yeah, I mean, I can go to Valley City and go north of Valley City. It just takes a bit longer. But turn of the rocker makes it take Highway 1. It's quite a bit quicker.
Yeah. So, all right. Let's kick this off.